Rhonda is going to be talking about longevity, and then she's going to do a special recipe today.
And I'll share it with you. You get to make your own at the end. And I do want to do a disclaimer right off the get-go. I'm not a health and fitness expert. I'm only sharing something that I read in this book. And I thought it was a good idea. And as I am approaching 60, I am kind of motivated to maybe make some healthier choices. Got a lot of parts that are hurting. And the high blood pressure and different things that come with aging. And so therefore I kind of got interested in reading about some things that might be helpful and watching YouTube blogs on such things. And so somebody mentioned on one of their things this book, and this is by a Dr. Michael Greger, and it's titled How Not to Die. But really it's more how not to die prematurely. You know, he realizes that we are all going to die, but he's just sharing some ideas on possibly promoting a longer and healthier, which is a big part of, nobody wants to live a long and miserable, unhealthy life, but promoting maybe some lifestyle choices and eating habits that would cause us to be healthier as we age also. So, like I said, this is, I'm certainly no expert in physical fitness or any of that stuff. I'm just sharing with you some ideas that were kind of meaningful to me. For changes that are simple and easy to do, and maybe when you make one, then you can then do that for a while and make another one. So this is the one change that I have made after reading his book that I'm going to share with you today. So he states in his book that most deaths in the United States are preventable, and they are related to what we eat. Our diet is the #1 cause of premature death and the #1 cause of disability. And yet the medical profession fails to address that for the most part. They did a study of thousands of patient visits, and they found that the average primary care doctor is spending about 10 seconds discussing nutrition with the patients when they come in. So his point is, maybe if we address some things before you have problems, you know, it would help you live a better life. The World Health Organization came out in 1978 with an idea of reducing risk factors. You know, they realized that some things made you likely to have certain health problems, and so they're saying, well, let's reduce those risk factors. That was in 1978, but it took a couple of decades for the American Heart Association then to get on board, and they said, you know what, maybe there was something to that. And so they came up with what they call the Simple 7. Okay? Now, you'll read these and see how simple you think they are. And as we go through these, think about which ones you could check off. Okay, how many of these can you actually personally check off? Okay, well, #1 is a biggie. Everybody knows that one. Not smoking. Okay? #2, not being overweight. Okay, being very active, and they define that as 22 very brisk exercise minutes. Okay, so that one's not that bad. But eating healthier, and all that they said on eating healthier was that you were including a lot of fruits and vegetables, and a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. This one, having below average cholesterol, having normal blood pressure was 6, and #7 is having normal blood sugar levels. Simple 7 may not be as simple as what it sounds, so Dr. Greger, he comes up with his own list, and he's gonna simplify it. We all like simpler, right? So he's gonna give us 4. We only have to make 4 lifestyle changes in order to be a healthier us. Okay? He comes up with, here's his 4, and again, #1, not smoking. #2, and he's not even just the overweight. I mean, the overweight thing would just knock out in our American society just almost everyone. But not being obese, he's going to go up to that level. Just with that, look at the exercise. He's going to go for a half hour or more of exercise every day. And his eating healthier then was defined as consuming more fruits, veggies, and whole grains, and less meat. Just by doing these 4 things, if we would do these 4 things, and you started from scratch and you managed to tick off all 4 of these, that you would be able to wipe out more than 90% of your chance of developing diabetes, 80% chance of having a heart attack, and you cut by half your risk of having a stroke, and reduce your overall cancer risk by more than a third. So maybe not easy choices to make, but you got a good motivation to make them, right? In fact, he says that eating a more plant-based diet can not only help prevent and to treat, but also to reverse problems that you already have. And that, for me, is a happy one, because I've already got this high blood pressure going on, but I don't have to always have high blood pressure. Maybe if I start making some of these changes and doing some of these things, then I can get that back down into what's considered a normal range. And it only takes one diet. You don't have to do a specific diet for your heart or a specific diet for your lungs or anything. It's just this one basic diet can improve in all of these different ways that he talked about. Unlike the drugs that we want to take that are targeting specific functions, and it's usually targeting a symptom, not leading you toward a cure medically. It's just working on the symptoms of the illness that you might have. Make each day count by filling it with fresh air, laughter, and love. Love for ourselves, for others, and for whatever we are doing with our one precious life. That's what art taught me. So ultimately, we take responsibility, for making these changes. And we have a little bit of control over some of the choices that we can make for our bodies. Not everything. You can't control everything. You can't control the people around you and the situations that you're in. But I like that he says, make the most of each moment. And I think that's what we're doing here. And I thank Elaine and Liz and all of you that have worked hard to put up the tent and set up and do everything, because I think that we're trying to live our one best life. We don't have the same beliefs on everything, and we certainly don't all have the same lives, but we have this in common. And I like to focus on that, and it's been a great time so far for me. And thank you for your time and for letting me participate in it. I'm going to share. Hey, I want to share one more thing. The 15 leading causes of death that this can work for, helping you with, okay? Coronary heart, and this is in the order of the number of deaths yearly in the United States. Okay, so these are the biggies down to the less. Okay, so number 1, coronary heart disease. Number 2, lung diseases. Number 3 is the secret. Number 4 is brain diseases. 5, digestive cancers. 6, infections. 7, diabetes. 8, high blood pressure. 9, liver disease. 10, blood cancers. 11, kidney disease. 12, breast cancer. 13, suicide. 14, prostate cancer. And 15, Parkinson's disease. Any guess as to what number 3 would be?
I was going to say depression, but suicide would be that one.
Dementia?
Guns.
What?
Dementia?
I think that probably would go under suicide.
Right.
That's probably under heart. Okay, this was a shocker to me. That's why I was curious.
What's
Medical error. Oh, error 3. In his book, he has several. There's a lot of really hard things that you can do, but there are also several things that are not that hard that can make a difference. Now, we've all heard about, the value of like green tea, drinking the green tea for the antioxidants and whatever, and those eliminating the free radicals in your body. And I can't explain all of that to you very well. Only I just pictured in my mind as the antioxidants are the knights riding their white horses out for rescue to attack those free radicals, the bad bandits that are in your body. So they're negating some of the bad choices that we make. So we've all heard about green tea, blueberries, high in antioxidants, right? Okay. Well, they did a study of 300 different beverages, including green tea, ranging from Red Bull to red wine. The top of the drinks with the highest level antioxidants was the hibiscus tea or the hibiscus punch. I guess he calls it hibiscus punch because it's a cold recipe, but you can drink it hot also. But today we're going to do cold. But it is supposed to be really good for the antioxidants. It is also, in all the studies they've done, shown to be anti-hypertensive. In fact, for one of the common blood pressure medications, the beginning dosage of it, this, if it was consumed regularly, as in 2 cups a day, was as effective at lowering your blood pressure as that high blood pressure medication was, according to the studies that they have done. So it's good for your blood pressure. It's good for those, eliminating some of those free radicals in your body. For half of the people in that study, in the studies that they talked about, it also helped lower their cholesterol. But in half it did not. And they don't know why, if it's just something within your body, a difference or whatever. But if you're one of the lucky ones, then it can also help with your cholesterol. So I felt like I could try that. So of course, Amazon, my friend, and almost constant companion, provided me with this hibiscus that is just the hibiscus flowers that are cut and sifted. And his recipe was for a half gallon of this punch, but I did it for a 16-ounce bottle because that's what we're going to do today. I do have some for you to try that I did yesterday after we got back from the lake, so that you may know that you don't want to try it. And we're going to have a toast. We haven't had a toast since we've been here, right? So we're going to have a little celebration, and we're all going to have a toast.
You like it?
Really well.
Is it good? Do you like it? Chastity, do you like it? It's good, huh?
It comes in tea bags.
Yes.
Nice. Good. It's really good, Liz.
Okay, and I
I'd love some. Thank you so much for doing this.
For those that don't have access to that, he also purees, in his little blender thing, mint, and then pours that in this. When he makes a cup of it, he puts his little mint in there, and the mint is kind of foamy. And so he puts that in and it goes to the top, and you can have a little green foam on top. So then you're getting greens with your hibiscus tea, then that's going to add your little mint flavor in there. But, for being in your car, that's not going to be all that easy to do, but that is another idea that he has in his book. And I do have the book, his book, and also the cookbook that goes with it. Anybody's welcome to look at that if you would like. A tablespoon, and you're going to have to kind of use your hand as a little funnel to get it in there. A tablespoon of the hibiscus leaves, and then I would just pour in a little. I just try to pour in a little. I don't have anything to measure the juice, but I did squeeze all these. This is fresh squeezed lemon juice, and I would just pour a wee bit in, like so, and then take your water and just fill it up to the top. And he recommends, if you want it sweeter, to put the sweetener in here. I would recommend putting the sweetener in when you're going to drink it if you want something sweet in it. But then you just put in your water.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cap up your bottle. Then you're going to put this in a cool place for between 12 and 24 hours. At that point, you probably want to strain out your particles that are floating in here.
Okay.
So this is 16 ounces, so one of these, what day, would be 2 cups. Awesome. About how expensive is the tea?
This bag was around $13.
And how many do you think you could get?
A lot.
A lot. So it lasts you a while?
Like it, you can just drink it all day. You don't have to
Yeah,
limit it.
yeah. It's not. There's not any reason why you shouldn't. You couldn't drink more if you wanted more.
I was on
Awesome.
the kick of drinking it from. I thought about getting that, but I had the tea bags, and I drank it for a long time.
I thought about it.
So you put in how much water?
Well, I would do this first, and then the lemon juice, and then put the water in.
So those are the 3. So